Starting it now. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Poetalk. Today's going to be a little bit of a different episode. It's still going to be legacy themed, but it's also it's more of a community member spotlight. And today we're joined with Emmitt. Emmitt, go ahead and introduce yourself for people that may not know who you are. Just a little quick introduction.
I guess I'm Emmitt, and I'm a Subrevant mod. I've designed or helped, produce or whatever PoE skill tree and the MTX Finder. I don't know. I play PoE. Is that good?
Yeah, like maybe like where you're from, career schooling, like how maybe a little bit of how you kind of started doing what you do.
Yeah, sure. So I live on the West Coast. Currently in school for computer science. Almost done. I have like 3 months left, so it's pretty cool.
How young are you?
22.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, much
Yeah.
younger than I anticipated, to be honest.
Yes, 22. And yeah, I don't know, doing all right. Uh, I guess, fuck, I don't know. What else? What do you want, man?
You're over in like the California area, or
More
like what
Oregon
state?
area.
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon.
Gotcha.
Some Oregon and Ohio there. Okay.
Yeah.
Oregon and Ohio. Oh God.
Yeah,
No,
I'm in Ohio.
not in Ohio.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
that.
what it is.
We're on the complete
that-
opposite sides of the world.
That
Not
state
world,
is
country.
awful. It's
Ohio?
so humid. Yeah, it's so humid.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. Texas is worse. Well, how long have you been playing games? And I mean, and also, sorry, my questions are really weird. How long have you been playing
No, you're
games? And did this playing games lead you into your schooling? Like, is that why you're doing what you're doing in school? I know it's got nothing to do with games, but I mean, let's
It
face
has
it.
a little bit to do with games, I guess. So I mean, I've been gaming since, man, 14 years now, I guess. Age of Empires and stuff like that, StarCraft were kind of like my thing.
Nice.
What's your APM?
Oh god, like not even anything at this point.
Yeah, me
I
either. I'm
think-
pretty bad too. I
I
like
think
playing
the
it, but I'm
last-
bad.
Yeah, I think the last time I played was StarCraft 2. I was at like 60 APM or something. It was super low. It was just awful. So yeah, like I've been playing games for a long time, and they've kind of, I guess, led me here. I used to play this shitty old game. It was called Dark Swords. It's
I thought you were about to say Dark Souls.
no, god no, dude. It was like this like 2D like what are they called, like text games? I like text-based games.
Is it like the
And,
MMO or not the RPGs where you're you enter a dark dank corridor. Do you want to go left or right? And you like type out what you want to do, and it like enters like it's like a storyline, or what do you mean text
Yeah,
based?
so it was kind of like that, but it was like more visual. So you had like a UI and everything like that.
Oh, well, like a web-based RPG, MMORPG. Like
Yeah,
I played like
kinda like
Outwar.
that, yeah.
Outwar. Have you ever played that or heard of it?
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play that back in the day. That was fun.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
something
heard of
similar. It's like some shitty like RPG online. Yeah, MUDs. There we go. That's what they're called. Hell yeah.
Muds.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Cool. Yeah.
I've never heard of that terminology, but yeah, that's interesting. So, are you active in any other communities, such as maybe in StarCraft? Like, do you do any other moderating for any other subreddits, or like, are you active anywhere else in besides just the Path of Exile community?
Not pretty much PoE. I used to be active
I'm sorry, we say
kind
Poe
of in
here.
Diablo.
Yeah,
God
it's
damn it.
just Poe.
It's just Poe.
I can't handle
It's just
that.
Poe, bro.
Can't handle it.
It's all right. go on.
Oh yeah, I did play D2 as well.
Everybody's
in the
played
chat.
D2. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on. Yeah, it's kind
And if
of
you
a
haven't,
given
you
up-
should probably go
yeah.
back and then realize that it was a great game for its time, but it's not that great to go back and play. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Like, so, I mean, the Dark Souls community that I was in, I was kind of a I was like a moderator and shit there as well. And then I kind of went into Diablo 3, and I didn't really touch anything there. It was actually kind of boring, the Diablo 3 like launch and shit. It was kind of unsatisfying, I guess. You know, couldn't do anything. Got get carpal tunnel because you're playing like a critical mass wizard.
Yep.
Um,
That's when you got to get your hand grips, bro.
God, it was the worst. And then I found Path of Exile, so I've been playing since launch. So I guess 1.0 launch, not beta.
So I think I
So
found
what
it.
is that,
Darkswords.eu.
2013?
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it, man. It's still kicking, I
Yeah,
think.
you can play today.
Yeah, dude, it's still
What?
around. It's made by like a Russian community. It's a very interesting game.
It looks similar to what I was talking about. But
It's just like some stupid like really basic game, man. But I was pretty active there.
I can't even
How
like.
old were you when you were playing
This is
that?
what I used to play.
Holy shit! I can look it up. Hold on.
But yeah, I mean, good shit, good shit.
2007.
2007.
Yeah.
Shit, I played Outward
Oh,
back when
10 years ago.
10 years. Yeah, it was about 10 years ago. 10 years ago. So how did you
Damn.
learn about Path of Exile?
Go.
Do you remember?
Shit. I think it was from Total Biscuit. I think he did a video on like WTF is Path of Exile or something. And I was like, dude, this game looks badass. Like it's kind of like what I've been missing from D3.
When did you
And,
start playing?
December 2014.
Okay, so 3 years, yeah. And has it just? This is kind of off the topic section. Have you felt like it's gotten better or worse than when you first started? I'm talking about as of not as like a game as in like laggy or nothing like technical. More of like a game that you enjoy playing by how it's changed over the time.
Oh, I think it's gotten way more enjoyable. And I started 2013, December 19th. Says my profile, but I think it's gotten a hell of a lot more enjoyable over the last few years. The early game's a lot less clunky, which really helps out a lot.
No, I still have people today that I introduced to this game that they quit before they even hit level 10.
God, my roommate's actually playing right now. He just started this league, and he's level, I believe, 92.
Oh wow,
at
nice.
this point. Yeah, so he was like a big Diablo fan, and stopped playing WoW to pretty much just play Path of Exile.
I can definitely tell you that the entry to Path of Exile is definitely more difficult, but much better than it was. Which is good.
Yeah, it's way easier. Like I was able to get him to play totems or something, and then I think he's playing like Mathel's Poison Spectral Throw build with Morsus now. So yes, it's a lot easier to get people into the game right now. And there's a ton of like guides and stuff around that are super helpful from like some of the bigger YouTube people.
Speaking of guides, I would say Engineering Eternity's been making some really good guides. Have you seen those?
Yeah, he does like a lot of the mechanics videos, right?
He's been doing a lot of little basic stuff.
Yeah, he did like a really big. It was like a 10 video playlist. Like they aren't too long. They're like a couple minutes long, or up to 5 or maybe or so. Yeah, but they're pretty well laid out and like it's very structured, which is nice. Like I have always like recommended people to Ziggy D for all of his videos. The problem with that is it's kind of difficult to like navigate through like his hundreds of videos because he does push out a lot of content. So like having to like go to his YouTube channel and try to like pick out which videos a new person should watch is a bit more difficult. With him, he's got like playlists of like very basic things and it just kind of goes like step by step and does pretty nice things. It's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, like he was going through like I think there was one posted the other day. It was like creating a build from scratch and like going over
Yeah.
what you need, and it's a pretty in-depth video, and they're really good.
Yeah, Lifting's another one. Lifting Nerd Bro. He's another one that does a lot of the very nice intro, very well planned out. We did a collaboration with him, and the structure that he had, it made sense why he wanted to get out of being
really
doing
organized.
podcasts. Because the 10 to 15 minute videos that we did, he literally had like a script that we could read off of if we so chose to. Like, it was like, I say this, you say this. I say this, you say this. Very structured, very well thought out, very planned. And if you were to
And
do
that's
that
what
for an
makes those
hour to
videos
2
so
hour, well, right.
So we finally got like a glimpse of like how
How the
these
professionals do
videos
it,
are
and
made,
then we could do us.
how someone else is actually doing it. Yeah, someone who's more professional than us. So
Yeah.
seeing the structure of it was really cool.
Yeah,
in my
it
opinion.
was really nice. Like, we had a shared Google Doc of like the script, and then like we could like edit it and like show like where we wanted something, and then he could like show like what he's editing. It was awesome, but it was
Dude,
definitely a lot of
that's-
work
that's
compared
nice.
to off the cuff and more fun. But yeah, I mean, next topic.
So Reddit,
Yeah, let me
You,
move the
uh,
arrow down.
you messed with that Reddit a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, Reddit, man.
How'd you get
Reddit.
involved with that? Did you just want to, or
Yeah, so
did
it
just
was-
get thrown into it?
it's been a real long time at this point. It was 2 years ago now,
Okay.
I think. And they were like changing out some mod teams and shit, and they were looking for people that could mess with like the CSS or like mess with AutoMod, and I was like, hey, I could help you guys out with that, and now I'm kind of one of the older mods at this point. So I guess I just was like, hey, you want some help? And joined in.
So let me
Interesting.
ask you this: Why?
Why?
Did you do it? Yeah,
Um,
because I mean it. Or do you have to have some drive behind you to do it? Like, really? Why did you like? Did you want to?
I mean, it's kind of the same reason why I have like PoE skill tree and MTX Vendor. It's just like getting my name out there and being involved in communities is really good for like a computer science career. And so
Yeah.
the more things you're involved in, the more things you can showcase off, like the better. And so if I could show that, I could have, write up scripts and stuff for AutoMod and at least do some minimal CSS work and manage a community. It's really helpful, like leadership skills and stuff.
It adds to your portfolio. That's actually, I never even thought of
Yeah.
that. That's actually really good. Really good
Yeah,
idea.
It's really nice.
It's always weird because like when you hear like I don't know, like we're all fairly young here, and the day has changed to where like you can actually put, and I guess it does depend on what career you're in, but you can actually put that like you're a subreddit moderator as something on your resume. You can put that you're a raid leader in World of Warcraft, and again, it's a different time that we're in, but it makes a lot of sense that if you're a raid leader in World of Warcraft, that means that if you're looking for a management position, if the manager happens to know what that is, you can explain to them that you control 25 people and you manage them and you're successful and you do all this stuff. And that's actually something that's relatable to a management position. So stuff like that really
Yeah.
relates to the job. So being able to show that you can do all these things in the community and referencing that, and Reddit's pretty popular enough to like where they can go, oh, you do things with Reddit, and they might know that the CSS and whatnot works with this. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like, you help manage a community of 95,000 people.
Yeah.
Big numbers impress people. So
Yes.
It's really
So
helpful.
we've kind of established that so you do some tools work, you do some Reddit work. I think there's certain roles that each Reddit moderator performs. What exactly do you do?
I do most of the automod stuff, so all of the like automated spam removal and like most of the flaring stuff that we do, like for questions and if the questions are answered and shit like that. All the GGG posts get flared through automod. Some other basic spam removal stuff. I do all of that, and I do the CSS. So basically, just how the Reddit is laid out.
So do you get like people like reporting to you saying like, "Hey, this guy's spamming," and then you kind of create a auto moderator rule to look for that specific kind of spam, and like you kind of rule that out as you go through, or do you go through the Reddit posts and kind of like weed out the bad ones? Do you actually go through and read all the comments, or do you have like a system set up?
Yeah, so like I mean, when people report, we get the messages and stuff, and we'll go through, and if it needs to be dealt with, like if it's an RMT site or something, we'll throw it into our we'll throw it into AutoMod and make sure that hopefully it doesn't get posted again. And then anything that does get posted, it'll get like shot up to us, and then we can either ban or remove or do whatever we need to do to the accounts. We also like if people are spamming on multiple accounts or like posting on multiple accounts, we have to like contact admins and stuff and get that taken care of. It's not something we can handle. Like if they're spamming super hard, all we can do is ban accounts, and so we'll have to push that up another level. So we kind of are like spam prevention systems, I guess.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the quote unquote negative connotation around Reddit? Some people just straight up tell you Reddit is AIDS. I never use it, but they still use it for something. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think that's could be a little bit on us mods. We did push some new rules, right, that are a little more clear, and we've been banning a lot more people, for flaming others or trolling them or just, all around harassment. We've been dealing with that a lot more, so hopefully it's getting better. It's just like negative stuff. I mean, it happens. Every community has like the few bad people that make it annoying to participate in at all. So it is something we're trying to get like behind, and I hope we're at least doing a little bit of a better job now, that we have like some new mods on board and stuff like that.
I can definitely tell you that it's gotten better, and the unfortunate thing is, no matter how hard you try, you can't completely block out the quote unquote internet. I mean, like it's the internet. Like people feel empowered that like they don't have anybody in front of them to like punch them in the face, so they can say whatever they want. When there's not a face-to-face confrontation, it's a lot easier to spat things out on a keyboard than it is to actually say it to somebody's face. So the filter gets removed, I guess is what I'm saying, unfortunately, from some people.
Yeah, it's just something we have to deal with at this
and there's
point.
kids, younger kids, like 13, 14-year-olds that are just, they're just young and doing dumb things. But yeah, I think it has gotten better. Coming from when I first started using Reddit, which actually I haven't been on Reddit that long. I've only started using Reddit, I think, maybe 6 months. So a lot of things are still new to me, and but overall the posts are good. Sometimes the Reddit blows up on GGG, which is a bit unfortunate in that it is what it is. But sometimes it blows up in a good way, like when we were like #1 world Reddit, like the over global Reddit, or not #1. We were on the front page of global Reddit. Like that post was massive when the 3.0 got released, when there was 10 acts and everything. So Reddit's amazing at times, and can be bad at times. It is what it is. It's with everything.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of have to like let people say what they want, and if it's something bad about GGG, like, I mean, the Chris post recently, I guess, is probably what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Having support be on the front page or whatever. We're trying to deal with that. Like, Reddit should not be the support thread.
I was going to ask that. How closely do you work with Path of Exile or GGG? Because I mean, like you said, like a lot of times, like people are flagging Chris Wilson for this, they're flagging GGG for this. It's like, it's cool. I like it. I like that GGG as devs and as their people, that they're like coming to the Reddit, answering questions, stuff like that. But you're right, it's not designed for that. It's a community thing. It's not a support forum for Reddit. They have their own forum. Use that.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying for sure.
I mean, we work with Bex a lot more than anybody else. Bex provides us like images, and if we have like questions about, is like something allowed to be even posted, like say somebody throws up alpha content or something.
Okay.
We had to deal with that in the Discord the other day. Well, not the other day, but a couple months ago. Somebody was like releasing information from the alpha client, so we had to, contact Bex and see like, hey, is this gonna be okay? And then she forwards it to the correct team.
Oh,
So we
right.
interact with Bex a lot. She's a great community manager, honestly.
You're referring to the wasn't there like there was like a spot on the forums for alpha users that is locked and only alpha users can read that portion, right? On
Yeah, something like that.
on GGG's forum. I remember.
Yeah,
I think
people-
Vok. I know. So I'm sorry, I'm bringing up that name. But I remember
Podcast
him.
ruined.
But I'm sorry, guys. I know the whole thing's flagged. It's garbage now. I remember him mentioning that there was things in alpha that another Reddit user had apparently released in defense against something, and I guess that's against. You have to sign like an NDA if you're in alpha or something like that. I guess is that.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, too bad Shay wasn't on. He's in alpha, and he could answer that, but he's sick or whatever. So, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe
I didn't even
believe
mention
they
that.
have. Yeah, but I believe
Oops.
that it's all good. I believe they sign an NDA.
I think so.
Yeah,
Or
'cause
something.
they're not
They, some
supposed to
kind of. They're not supposed to
contain
disclose
information.
any of that stuff because apparently some of it's
Right.
game breaking.
Yeah, I mean it's just like places to farm or new gems or anything like that. What items are being tweaked? They shouldn't be using those like to their advantage type deal on live.
Gentry.
Oh no. Fuck doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah,
Hey.
Vok. Refer to yourself in the third person again.
Gentry
Ooh,
is
somebody's got
Vok.
the doorbell.
Oh, that's me.
Is that food?
See, all you have to do is say Vok's name and he appears.
I know every time. All right.
Every time. So, okay, back to the Reddit thing. I was going to ask
Sure.
you, if you could change one thing about Reddit, what would it be? And, because I'm going to make this a two-part question. If you could tell Reddit as a whole one thing, what would you tell them?
Oh God. Okay, so I guess the first thing I would change about Reddit. Okay, so we only get 2 sticky posts, right? And
Okay. I didn't know that, but yeah.
it's kind of yeah. So at the top we have like, I think right now we have price checks and crafting service or crafting advice, shit like that.
Kind of makes sense. It would kind
so
of
you only
like
get 2.
push all of the rest down if you had too many.
Right, but a lot of communities like to do like meta threads, like question threads. We do the daily lab thread. We do a whole bunch of shit, and there's no place to like link that anywhere, or there's no real support for daily threads or weekly threads, and that's probably something that I would like to see. There's no like place where people can go and just click one button and see all the weekly threads and stuff. So. That would be super handy, like just automated threads or something, I guess we have automated threads, but they're not linked anywhere that's handy. It's a pain in the ass.
I mean, you guys
Okay,
do have
I
that
know
right
what you mean.
sidebar that you could like make posts for.
Yeah, I mean but that can only go so far. I mean, we have
Yeah.
so let's see, we have daily lab threads, and it's like a crude Reddit search type deal that we can link to the current day's Reddit thread. And if you click on that search, you can actually get both Reddit threads, like yesterday's and today's, if
Yeah, I
it's
saw that.
at the right time. So there's like a whole bunch of weird things with that.
Oh, so essentially that sidebar is just a quick search?
I mean,
Is what you're saying? It's not actually
that's-
linking to the actual post?
Right. So like, yeah.
Oh, I
it's
thought it was actually linking to whatever post was made by the auto moderator that day. But I have
No.
seen it where there was 2 posts, and I thought that was kind of weird. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's just
Okay.
like a filtered search that we do. It's like past 24 hours by auto mod, and then with a specific title.
Gotcha. I
Um,
didn't know that.
yeah, yeah. So like support for that type of stuff would be cool. And then one thing I could say to the Reddit community.
Yeah. Like, what is
Uh,
one thing that you want to get off your chest or
oh
off your
man,
lift off
That
your
could be
back?
anything.
The
Yeah.
elephant. Where's it at?
It could be
that's
advice. It could just it could be like you said, the elephant off your back.
It can be a thank you if you're happy with everything. If you've got
Yeah.
something you always wanted to say and you just never had the form
What
to
have
say
you
it.
always wanted to tell Reddit?
oh god. I mean, like,
Uh,
I mean, at this point, it's like, thank you for the success that I have. Like, um, I don't know. It's like it's cool to see. Like, 22. I'm not even out of school yet, and uh, I have one of the most used programs in. I guess probably not the most used, but pretty up there. Um, in a pretty popular game. Like that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
so like,
And it's just gonna get
that's
bigger.
show appreciation. Yeah.
Um,
Well, maybe. Yeah,
isn't
let's
it
see.
isn't it bigger than the what does the Diablo 3 subreddit have? Do we have more people?
Diablo. Hold on.
I remember it went to shit. Like if you go to like the on Twitch, if you go to like the number of people actually like streaming, it's
Yeah, they have
terrible.
150,000 subs.
Okay, so
and
we're
we
working on it. We're like what
94.
90 something thousand. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get there. We'll get
I mean,
there.
to put that into perspective, the last, I guess, release of the skill tree planner was 80,000 downloads with 120,000 views. So like that's insane.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's like it's super humbling to see that.
That actually
And,
leads us into our next section.
It's really cool.
So
Sure.
this will be your complete this section here is complete sellout mode. I want you to sell the shit out of your PoE skill
God.
tree planner, your MTX finder, which isn't as big as I think it should be. This thing is like you programmed this, from what I understand.
Yeah, so
Like-
PoE skill tree was
Yeah, so- I'll pull up the PoE skill tree
Okay.
planner. This is what we're
Okay.
referencing, and you can go ahead and explain, and then I'll kind of
Yeah,
do a
sure.
spiel about it.
So it was originally designed by Head Whore, but at this point, I'll write his name in chat. It was originally designed by Head Whore, and he had kind of stopped supporting it. Like he had mentioned a few times that he didn't really play Path of Exile anymore, and he wasn't really planning on adding new features. And so I was kind of looking through, and it was open source, and so I pulled it over to GitHub. I think it was on Google Code or some shit like that, and it was being discontinued and stuff, so it was gonna disappear. So I threw it up on GitHub and made some changes for. I want to say it's 1.3 was when I first started this. Started making changes. Man, I'm not prepared. One sec.
That's
I
okay.
can look it
I
up
have
for you.
your thing up. I don't know how far it goes back. It goes only back to 2.3, but I'm guessing. Oh, I know. There's a next page.
I can see my. Yeah, I think that repo is 2.0. I do believe.
Auto updater 1.3 is 1.3 skill tree fix. This goes back
Yeah,
to
1.3 is about right.
This goes back to 2.0 new major version. So this was
Yes, so-
2014, so about 3 years.
Yeah, August 2014 is when I started that.
So 2.5 years
so-
or 2 years ish.
Yeah, so about 2.5, 2.
To now.
So yeah, so it was originally designed by Head Whore. I updated 1.3 stuff. I think life values changed at that point. I think it went from 8 to 12 life per level. And I added some like PoE builder stuff. PoE URL had just come out, so that the link shortener.
Such a beautiful
had-
thing.
Yeah, seriously, it's great. I had any URL support. Like I did a whole bunch of shit and ended up releasing it. And I think my first release got like 200 downloads.
Fucking salty ass motherfuckers, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was it was like 200 downloads or something. And it's gone up from there.
I think it's great.
Whoops. I said a little close there. Shit.
It's all right.
A little close.
Yeah. And then I've had a few people work on some major changes. Space Ogre's one of the big guys. He did the UI you see right now. He did that update. And then Blog Assist, he did some other stuff. Like builds and some of the calculation stuff. And I know what people are probably going to say is like Path of Building. There we go. Path of Building does calculations better, and that is true, and we are working on that.
Yeah, actually, when I first started playing, I used the forums as like my source of like build guides and trying to figure out how the game works. And skill trees were like, I opened up the skill tree, and in game it's like, fuck, what the hell is this shit? And I'm like, I hovering over every single node is not gonna fucking happen. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna build my own skill tree. These people have no fucking life if they're hovering over every single 1,000 skill nodes, to try to figure out what everything's doing. And then I come to find out about this tool, PoE skill tree, and I started using this like, I don't know how long ago. We'll say 6 months to a year ago. And then I found out, like, even though I was using the skill tree, I didn't know that this box existed down here, bottom left hand side. And then I found out that, like, hey, like, if I'm making a life build and I want to go get life, I type in the word life and it circles every fucking word that or every dot that has life on it. And then I'm like, oh my god, this just revolutionized everything. And all of a sudden, I started really learning how to plan my own builds. And then ever since then, I've just loved these tools. Like, you can like find out, like, if I want to hover over, like, we'll say this node here, Dirty Techniques. It's going to take 7 points to get to Dirty Techniques, and it gives you like the fastest route possible to get there. But then you can also go like, well, what if I really wanted like something that's over here, and then like kind of hover over this, like, okay, is there a shorter path if I get this? And you can kind of like mess around and like optimize your skill tree with like all the different kind of tools that you have here, and it's amazing.
Yeah. Brethren and I'm gonna brutal. I don't know the other guy's name. Shit. Whoops. There's two guys that did some major work on the pathing stuff. So like if you right click a node, it check marks it, and if you, I guess, right click it again, it puts an X. And then up in the tools section,
I have no idea what the fuck that does. What does that do?
Yeah. So in the node section, there's a cool thing called tree generator, and it will try to find the shortest path between all of the checked nodes.
Wait, so you're telling me if I click all the notable, if I right click all the notables, it'll generate a skill tree based on the shortest path to all of those?
Yeah. So you can generate a skill tree that's like the shortest path possible. So like if you need to prune out like 2 or 3 points, maybe this will get you somewhere. And the tree may need some modification or something, but because it's not perfect, but it's definitely something to look into.
How do you feel about there being other skill trees out there? Like,
That's cool.
Does it
honestly
help you with like ideas to improve yours, or?
I mean, the skill tree's kind of a limited space, right? We're really good at skill tree planning. Path of Building is a little clunky from. I don't mean to like shit on his work, but I do like it. It's fun to use. Like swapping out items and stuff is cool. And I hope we get there someday. We just added unique support, and we'll get there.
Yeah.
I mean, competition is good, right? Competition's always good. And this, I mean, it's not really a competition. We're all developers and we're all, doing our own things. So I don't think anybody here makes money off of this stuff. I mean, I don't take any donations for this. It's not like 100% mine. And there's a lot of people here. I think Path of Building, he does take some donations. But, it's not, we're not making a living off of it. And it's not something that, we need to like fight over or anything.
So have you thought about maybe doing any collabs or anything? Or is that a thing?
I mean, I think, like, what do you mean?
Like working together to make a better tool. Join teams, join forces.
I mean, I think he's in his own space right now.
Well, I mean,
He,
isn't there another skill tree planner?
there's poeplanner.com. Is that the one?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. I know there's a couple online ones.
Yeah, I think PoE Planner is the biggest one. PoE. I don't know if there's another one. I think PoE Planner is kind of the bigger one.
This is amazing, by the way. I'm just fucking around with the check marks. It's actually mind-boggling. I'm sorry. Anyways, carry on.
Yeah, no,
I had
you're
no
good.
idea that
You're good,
existed.
man. Yeah, the check
Every
marks
now
are
and then I would
awesome.
like right-click on shit like on accident and like what the fuck is this? And I would just like clear the check mark and the X.
Yep.
Oh, that's what it does.
Yeah.
The thing that I like
Um,
about it is like as a streamer, this is an amazing tool because people come to me like, hey, like, can you help me with my build? And I can go to their profile link. They don't have to use PoE Skill Tree Planner. They don't have to use PoE Planner. They don't have to use Path of Building. They can just give me their profile link as long as it's public. I can copy, upload it into any of those tools, and then help them with their build. Make a link from that, give them the link back, and then they can follow that guide. Like it's such a good tool for
Yep.
streamers. It's a good tool for anybody that's willing to help with build planning. It's a great way to like. I wish this was in game. Like this is kind of this is the type of tool that in game would be like fucking mind like it would just be insane.
yeah,
Um,
it would be pretty sweet.
because like seeing all this kind of information, like how much how much life do I have, how much energy shield do I have, what's my damage looking like, stuff like that, like all of this kind of stuff, like god, like how many frenzy charges do I have enough, like this information isn't necessarily in the best of spots in game, and I mean, we'll get to that later. um but yeah, I mean, so the path of PoE skill tree is great. The offline skill tree planner, you guys update it like pretty damn quick. Anytime there's a patch, that's awesome. I wish you guys got the information for the skill tree sooner. Like
um,
maybe you should try to get that,
well, I
like
mean,
from
we do.
oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's only been like the last couple times.
Okay.
Well, oh man, 3 or 4 patches now. 3 patches.
Okay, that's good. It's
Yeah,
just it's good
sends
that
me a
they.
message
What I
and-
was gonna say is so that like the moment the patch notes release, we have the skill tree. Like typically it's been that way, but
Yeah, like
I was just
within
hoping
the
that they were
last-
giving. I guess my concern was I was hoping they gave you enough time so you guys weren't in like full crunch mode to like an hour after the patch notes you're like fighting everything to get whatever. I don't know how like extensive the updates are. I don't know how hard it is to update it, but um,
Yeah, so I mean, it depends on the patch, right? Like this last patch, there's hardly any like structural changes, and by that I mean jewels, ascendancy classes, things like that.
yeah,
Like some nodes change location. That's not hard. I mean, I literally just import the data, and it outputs the skill tree.
gotcha.
So uh, the I don't know. So like updating isn't too hard anymore, and I hope for 3.0 that stays the same.
It's not.
God.
Well, the first one's gonna be different. You know, I mean, it's gonna be crazy. I love it. I can't wait, man. I love big changes as long as it's for the good. Um, so
Yeah,
that's
so-
I'm excited.
That's like something that has me worried a little bit. But you know, hopefully I'll know within the correct amount of time. I know when they did ascendancies, I was scrambling for like a couple hours or whatever trying to get it out, and man, that was brutal. That's when the take my energy meme came around. If you see that plastered on Reddit, that's
Yeah.
when that came from, is the ascendancy stuff. So that was fun. And I'm pretty much the only one that does the actual like skill tree update, like the data updates, because I don't want to like ruin my trust with them, like so.
That
It's
makes
just,
sense. That makes
Just
sense.
me doing the updates for that. At least for the data portion. Pretty much
Yeah.
everything else now has been done by a guy named Bratherin. I haven't really had time to work on the skill tree in the last like probably 3-4 months now. And this dude has like been working his heart out.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
to
like,
get
looking
and
at your
updates for us.
your most recent update, you've got like app brothering like everywhere. And that's awesome. It's
Yeah,
good. It's good
that
to have
guy's a
people that can like
badass.
help you out when you're in like a in your crunch time, essentially. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean he's been doing great. This is like a hobby project for him. Whoops, I linked the wrong link there.
Nice.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's just like we do get the data in time-ish. I mean, sometimes I do have to crunch a little bit to fit it into my schedule.
That makes
Uh,
sense.
But Bex has been really good lately. She's cool. So
Yeah, she's
it's
a really
really
good
helpful,
community manager, I
honestly.
think.
Yeah, I hope I didn't like spoil that relationship. I don't know if anybody's supposed to know that because we'll find out. Shit.
Well, if you didn't say anything, nobody would have clipped it. But now they fucking clipped it and sent it to Bex.
I
Bex,
mean,
you're
whatever.
awesome. Keep doing great work. Make sure you get
I
that in
think
the clip.
people know. I mean,
I know.
Like,
Yeah, it's
Everybody loves
it's
Bex.
linked.
Yeah.
It's linked in the damn post like the instant
Yeah.
if Bex throws it up. So
Wait, Bex is a she?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Bex is a woman.
Yeah, someone said that
All
in
right,
chat.
so
Oh.
did you have anything else you wanted to state about the Pee-wee Skill Tree Planner? Any future like plans for the tool? Any extra like things you might want to spoil, or any future ideas or something like that, or do we want to move on to the MTX
Jewel?
Finder?
Jules, maybe. Hopefully. I got some free time, so hopefully Jules. We have gems in the pipeline right now. It's actually I need to look at it today. We got gem sockets and stuff coming in.
So you're talking about
Uh,
doing similar things to Path of Building, like being able to like calculate your damage via the skill tree and the gems, like stuff like that, or what?
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's kind
That's
of like
such
the
a good
whole
thing.
goal at this point. So
I literally just started using
um,
Path of Building, probably this league. Like I just started this league using it. I don't know how accurate it is. I haven't actually compared it to any of the builds that I've made. But like having the ability to do that, if you could make that happen in Pee-wee Skill Tree, like that'd be amazing.
yeah.
So do that. All right, so the MTX Finder. I have to tell you, there was one time I was bitching on stream because I have a lot of MTX. Like I have way too much MTX, and I have a lot of duplicates. And what I end up doing is I end up like putting duplicates on gear in standard that just sit in tabs that are called MTX tabs. But sometimes I don't do that. So like when characters go to standard, they just have full sets of gear on them, and I can never
Yep.
find them because I don't delete characters. Fucking Christ, it sucks. It's really bad. So this tool, somebody posted to me, they were like, dude, use this. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, make this a bookmark and do this. I'm like,
Yep.
what? And oh god, where is it? There it is. I called it item finder. I
Yeah, basically what it is.
have to log in. Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, double check that you're logged in
Yeah.
to PoE.
I
Otherwise
should
it
be,
won't
but
work.
bottom right,
Get
unclick.
back-
Oh, top monitor? Yeah, alright, 1 second, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Don't throw your login details up there, man.
Alright, I have a message on Twitch.
Throw that up there.
All right.
please.
So when you're logged in, it does. So from I didn't even know this. It doesn't even matter where you're at on the website, right? It doesn't even matter. Like you can be on any page.
Yeah, as long as you're logged in.
Yeah. So you just have to be logged in. You have this bookmarked, and I'll send you guys the link for this as well, or you can do it while I'm talking about it. So you click on Item Finder, and it brings up this like this overlay, this box, and he can maybe explain it in a better technical term, but you know whatever. So then you just find
it's
like, you select whatever league you want. So you want like for instance, if I want to find out where something is in standard, it'll actually scan. I probably could have checked things that wouldn't make this probably wait, but it'll scan every single tab, character, everything in standard, to the point where it actually will find out where every single MTX is, and then it'll list it where it's at. And it pulls every character, every tab, every stash tab. Does it do guild? It wouldn't do guild. There's no MTX
No,
in
it
guilds,
doesn't
right?
get- There's no way to get guild information.
Okay, so yeah, so this right here. So for instance, if I was looking for my vortexer, my dark hole, my black hole vortex, this is on TPG No Pants in standard league, and I could just go to standard. It's gonna be there. It won't like necessarily say exactly where it's at, but it says it's on the character, so that's nice to know. Like if it's in a stash tab, where's the stash tabs at? It tells you when. Okay, so these are when it's on a character. These are when it's in a stash tab. It tells you what stash tab it's in. Even the location, it looks like, is that the
Yeah, it
11,
should show
12?
the like the approximate like
Yeah, this
11
is
and 12 or
insane.
whatever.
This is such a useful thing. And then like you can go back to the main menu if you want to like hide skin transfers, and if you want to like only look in legacy, you can do that. If you want to like do if you don't want it to scan stash tabs, you can just look for if it's on if you know for sure it's on a character and you want it to like not isn't there like a delay of like if you like scan too many characters, it, like times you out for some time?
Yeah, so you can only pull 45 like pages every 60 seconds.
Okay, so this would be using these options would prevent that if you have like a lot of stash tabs and a lot of characters. It's
Yeah.
pretty insane.
Yeah, so this is actually based off of there was a Reddit thread, and the guy didn't really end up like doing it correctly. I don't know. Somehow he like messed up this whole thing, and he was pretty sad. And so I was like, hey, do you mind if I like mess with this and see if I can't get it to work? And so at this point, it's completely rewritten. But the original idea is actually somebody else's.
Oh, you already posted
Shit, I don't have his name.
it.
Yeah, I don't know, it's somewhere. Aha, here it is. Nope, maybe. Oh man.
Did you post the wrong thing?
Yep, it's
Oh, you posted
R3. It's R3 Fuse. That was the original Reddit thread. It was. I guess this is 2 years ago now.
Okay.
And so, yeah, he posted the original one, and it didn't really work at all. So,
Nice.
yeah,
So you
I
fixed it.
updated it a bit.
Nice. Yeah, it works great. Like every time I've needed to use it, like I've used it multiple times. Like I said, I have a lot of MTX, so having this is great. And yeah, somebody said that you can use acquisition as well. That's another tool. If you still use acquisition, public stash tabs are just so easy to use nowadays. Just I'd rather use this. It's a bookmark as opposed to another program.
Yeah, I mean, this, different strokes for different folks, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Acquisition. I mean, you could even use. Oh damn, what's the other one? Oh man.
There's acquisition. and
Meanwhile,
then-
meanwhile, in
I can never remember the
South-
other one either. I remember Inquisition. I don't remember the other one. It's not acquisition. It's acquisition. Yeah,
He's
it's
talking about
acquisition.
procurement.
Procurement. Yeah, I can never remember.
That was like
Yeah.
the
It's such a
one.
weird word. I don't know.
That was the
Procurement.
one.
I don't ever use
Yeah,
that word like ever. So procurement
a
just
weird
never
word.
sticks
It's-
into my head.
It's a word. Look it
Yeah,
up in
dude,
dictionary.
procurement used to
Never
do
said it
like the
wasn't a word.
MTX stuff.
I said I don't use it.
So there's only like actually a few programs. Ludi, I think, is another one. I think Ludi's a plugin.
It sounds familiar.
I think. Oh man.
Ludi.
Yeah, so I think there's a few. Yeah, it's called Ludi. It's like a weird plugin. It's like it used to be an old store manager,
Okay.
or a form store manager or whatever. When we had to post on forums, back in the olden days. Oh god. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a few different programs out there that do this kind of thing. So I'm not the only one.
All right. So that I'm pretty sure that kind of wraps up our tools segment, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we could talk more about the tools during the last subject, but yeah, we can move on to the next one.
Oh yes, there's going to be a lot on that. So the next one, let's go talk about some Path of Exile. So we already know kind of how long you've been playing and a little bit of background. Let's get a little more in depth into it, man. Like, what do you play Path of Exile? I mean, you just sit in standard like all the time, or like what's
Oh
up?
hell no! I can't play standard. It's literally impossible to play standard.
What? No,
Dude, no.
it's a testing ground for like
God.
having fun. It's like your playground.
I have like 300 tabs in standard.
It's where
Yeah.
you blow your money for no reason.
I mean, yeah. So actually, I blew an Eternal the other
Yeah.
day because somebody was like, "Hey, like, can you Eternal something with a different name?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "I don't think you can." So I blew an Eternal, and I was like, "You can do it. It's fine. I mean, you can Eternal something, chaos it, and then Eternal it back. Like shit like that." So
So
Yeah, I mean
Testing
it's
ground,
pretty
yeah.
much blowing currency ground at that point.
So you have a lot of stuff in standard then. If you got an Eternal just laying around, you have a lot of stuff in standard. So I mean, come on, you've got to be playing a little bit.
No,
I
I
mean-
play. I play all of the softcore challenge leagues. It's
Okay.
kind of like my thing. I only play the softcore challenge.
And you just have the
leagues.
dumping ground that just dumps into standard, and you don't do
Yeah.
anything with it, so it just sits there.
Yep. I mean, just whatever happens to be in standard at the time is whatever I can mess with later.
Are you replacing that Eternal this league?
Oh, probably not. How much are they now?
They're
Some
not that bad.
ridiculous.
No, they're only like 14x.
That's not bad.
That's doable. I mean, they're like 35. I think it's.
Yeah, it's definitely profitable to get them in league and then have them transfer over if you cared. They're apparently really rare.
I mean, PoE Ninja doesn't even have like stats on it.
No, there's not enough of them.
They keep getting bought up.
Yeah. I think as soon as they hit the market, they get bought.
Bloop. Yep.
Either that or they have price fixtures that just have them sitting there and like people get spammed. Or they probably get spammed all day long trying to buy it.
Yeah, they look like 15x and there's 5 up, so that's pretty ridiculous.
My guess is you couldn't buy those, but that's just me.
Probably. Yeah.
It's probably people just trying to price fix.
Yeah.
But, you know. Not like
Hey, what
that's never
about-
happened before.
What about the other aspects of PoE? Like, what about racing or PvP?
Oh
You know
man, those are some sore topics.
What do you
Damn.
love racing, man? Come on. I mean, PvP.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But
You mean
Racing
PvP 's not good in
hasn't
this
happened
game?
in a while, though. Let's be honest. With the last event, we had like a weekend.
We
I
just had a
think, right?
weekend of racing. What do you mean?
Yeah,
There's
it's
a whole
amazing.
two whole
best
days.
weekend of my life.
Yeah, so I
There's
mean,
3
I used to
players.
race all the time. I loved racing, but we don't have races anymore, so I don't race.
Did you
Um,
race during when there was race seasons?
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
raced a bit. I mean, I was pretty casual. I was in school, and they happened to be at like really shitty times for West Coast.
Waking up at 2 in
They'd
the
be
morning.
like 2 in the morning. Yeah, yeah. So I didn't really end up getting anywhere with it, but I had fun when I did race.
Have you
And
ever
as
gotten
for PvP, no.
Have you ever gotten mad at somebody in trade and called them out to Sarn Arena? That sounds like something I really want to do now. I want to do that so bad for some reason.
What
It
is
sounds
this?
amazing.
Throw down your dual flag.
Yeah,
and
the
hope
moment
for
like
best.
the moment like somebody does like something bad in trade, I just want to like throw them out in Sarn Arena and like try to
God
duel
damn
them.
it.
That sounds amazing.
Thrown to the wolves.
That sounds like the best streamer skit that somebody could do. Anyways, sorry.
No, I haven't done that. No, it's all good.
So you've done racing, so no PvP.
Yeah, I mean, I tried PvP a little bit when they were pushing it. We had that big PvP patch, and Leo with his big PvP-ness and stuff.
Oh, that's the one where we
Yeah.
had like PvP season, like what? 1
Yeah, like
and
1
2?
and 2. Yeah,
And two? Nice.
I think there was a second. I don't know.
Oh, I
That's
remember
as
that when
far
they
as it went.
they released when they released Scorching Ray. Apparently, it had no PvP scaling at all, so it like did full damage against players and it just destroyed people. That was hilarious.
Hell yeah, that's great.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's cool.
yeah, I haven't really done any PvP. I used to do Leo missions, but at this point, like, I don't really care about Leo at all.
I've done 1
I think I get him to
Yeah,
like
mission
level like
my entire time.
3 or 4. What was the enchant? The damage
I
over
think
time one.
3 is the dot one.
Yeah, you just
It
want the
might be
dot
4.
one.
Yeah.
All right, so favorite build, man. What was your favorite build ever since you started?
Oh. Alright, so when they changed Reeve, that was the best. When the Reeve stacks didn't drop when you did another skill, like, I went ham for that. I did,
Wait,
like, what?
the Reeve stacks used to stop when you used another skill.
Yeah.
So like
So,
if you
like-
whirling blades, they would drop.
Used to get 8 stacks, and
Right.
then you'd whirling blades, and they drop off.
That sounds
and you'd have to
fucking
reset them.
terrible.
Yeah, so
I've never played
when-
Reeve at that point. I don't even like Reeve
Yeah.
now. That sounds completely useless.
they dropped.
Vol haste all your fucking
Yeah.
shit drops. Wow,
Oh
that
my
sounds so
God.
bad.
Yeah,
didn't
it
think about
sucked.
that.
So they made it so that when you use a movement skill, it stops doing that. Or you keep your stacks, and then I think later on they cut the stacks in half. It used to stack to 8, so you have to do 8 hits.
Then they
Now
bought
you do
Vol
4.
Reeve.
Yeah, and then Vol Reeve. Well, Vol Reeve used to be 16 hits.
Wow.
Now it's like 8, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Now it's
Um,
4 normal stacks and then stacks additionally with 8, and you can maintain those stacks with Reeve
yep.
if you continue
Yep.
going,
So
which I hate.
um,
Don't bother
yes,
looting.
Reeve used to be my favorite. Right now I'm playing Brutus Ledsprinkler actually.
Yeah.
And-
What skill?
and that's
Molten
it's
Strike?
going real good. No, Sunder.
Okay.
Hell no, not Molten Strike. Get out of here.
I know.
Molten Strike has zero clear speed, and
It's pretty bad.
I will swap Molten Strike in for boss kills, because you literally just swap out Sunder for Molten Strike, and you pretty much get like triple the damage on bosses. But for clear speed, definitely Sunder. Like it's just the AOE and shit is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's kind of where I'm at with the builds and stuff. Reeve, I was hoping that claws. I mean, the claw buffs are nice, but they could definitely, I don't know, use some more love. I don't want to play Spectral Throw anymore.
Yeah,
We
I don't
need
know
another
if it's
claw
like
skill.
the I don't know if it's the streamers that are
bad.
pushing Spectral Throw or if
Spectral
somebody's
Throw's just
pushing
good.
Spectral Throw and it
Double dips poison damage really easy. Projectile damage is too good.
yeah.
Like we
Path
don't
of
have a lot
Path
of
of
melee attack
projectiles.
damage and stuff. Yeah, I mean it's just path of projectiles and poison.
Which will
It's
all
way
be
too
changed
good.
in 3.0.
Projectiles.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean that's what they keep saying. So I'm hoping that the 3.0 changes do something with that.
No.
We will see, man.
Yeah,
So
seriously.
out of the 17 leagues that you have you played all 17?
Alright. I didn't play Anarchy and Onslaught, I think. Those were beta. Right? I think those were beta.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I started in like Torment. I'm fairly new.
Oh man, okay, yeah, you're like a little baby.
Torment.
Yeah, so let's see.
Torment.
Yeah, Anarchy and Onslaught were the first leagues in beta. So I started in Domination. So what is that? 15 leagues then? God,
The good
I
old
played this
times.
game
So
way too
out
long.
of those 15 leagues, which one has been your favorite? Like-
Well, I mean, can I say Legacy because it's all of them? I mean,
It is a league. Yeah, I guess that's the cop-out answer, sure.
yeah, I mean that's
You
that's a
like
pretty
Legacy
cop-out
League?
answer.
What's
that
your
much.
favorite league stone? Haha!
No, okay, so I actually
Yeah.
probably Beyond was my favorite, or
Yeah.
Breach was pretty good.
What, the League Stone?
But Beyond, oh god, League Stones. All right, League
Oh,
Stones.
I
Favorite
thought you were
League Stone,
talking about League Stones. I thought, okay, never
Oh,
mind.
sorry, no, I was
went
You
back
can
to
claim
League.
Legacy as your all-time favorite.
It's
I
fine.
mean,
God. Oh,
it's a league.
yeah. It is a league.
It's my favorite
No,
league.
I just like the combinations.
Yeah.
Like you can do the Beyond, so you get the 60% chance to spawn a portal. Then you do triple breach, and then you do onslaught, and you just sit there and spin to win and hope for the best.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
Vol Cyclone's really fun.
yeah.
Alright,
Do
my
you
last-
suck in the entire breach and
You start
spawn,
pulling
like,
things
three
like
bosses
outside
on
of the
top
breach,
each
you
other?
pull them into it.
But that's the only time
Yeah.
that it actually sucks to suck.
Right.
Because then you pull in either that one
Bearers.
like allies cannot die or
Yep.
that reflect.
And then you see Mammoth pop up, and you just
Detonates everything underneath you.
cry. Yeah, you just cry a little bit because
Oh.
all of the corpses are on top of you, and there's no living.
There's just no way. All right, so my last question for you: what is your best overall PoE moments of history?
Oh, best moment?
Right
I mean,
now.
I hit 36 out of 40 today,
Hey,
so
It's
like
pretty
that's
fast.
cool.
Yeah.
there you
Yeah.
go.
I'm at
That's
20
awesome.
still,
I mean,
but I haven't tried.
I've
so.
never hit 37. It's always 36.
yeah.
that I stop.
So I'm pretty stoked about that. I think that's like the highest I've ever been in a league or something.
Are you
I
trying to
would
get to 40?
say what?
Are you
To get
trying to get to 40
I mean,
this
I
league?
could do it.
Can you?
I mean, I have Parandus Locker
Don't-
left.
Okay, my advice to you
Uh,
is don't go 37, 38, 39. If you do it, go 36 or 40. That's it. Otherwise, you get a
God, yeah,
weird
because then you
topper.
He's
fuck
already
up the
almost there,
totem pole,
though.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, you get the
No, you
topper
get the weird
before
totem pole though.
the eagle.
Yep, that's right. God damn it.
Don't.
Rip.
Yeah.
I've never had one.
Oh, I mean, the totem pole looks cool.
I think the highest I've ever gotten was like 27. I've never tried. I just don't care. Like, I don't know. I'd rather just buy the wings that I like instead of getting like the shitty vampiric wings I had last league or demonic or whatever they were. Like, I don't know. I think it's vampiric wings. I have the demonic ones or the black ones.
Oh yeah.
I spend lots of money.
I think like my super highlight is man, I think ascendancy classes. Honestly, that's like the coolest shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, I mean, this last league was probably the most successful for me in terms of being a developer. But
That's a good one.
ascendancy was badass. I liked seeing those classes. People are probably gonna like scream at me or something. You know,
I hate the
creep.
labyrinth. Why would you say that?
Yeah, exactly. But you know, I think those are like the highlights. Like walking into something completely new is really fun. Like every league launch is different for us, so that's like kind of the cool thing about PoE. There's always a highlight. Every league's a highlight.
It's true.
It's fun.
All right, let's go to our third-party tool dependency. So this was a topic that we kind of added in a little on the later on the end of the side, but it's a good topic. I like it. So I'm gonna kind of bring into screen here some of the wonderful tools that we have available for us. I'm talking PoE.trade, PoE.ninja, currency.PoE.trade. So it's essentially PoE trade, but for currency specifically. Then there's also another one. I don't remember what it is. There's one that like it's similar to PoE Ninja, but it shows like the last 7 days history of the. Essentially, it gives you like this bar graph here, but like in more detail. I'll find that. So, what do you think about GGG's reliance on third-party tools?
I mean, I think Chris made a little public statement the other day in the dev Q&A, and he said that they're in a little bit of a crisis in terms of the trade tools here. The dependency's a little weird. I mean, it was never meant to be like this. Like, PoE trade makes trading way too efficient at this point, and that makes progress. I mean, like 36 out of 40 in not even 3 weeks' time, right? Like, I've put like 2 weeks into the game, and like that's just pretty casual play. So trading really kind of just is brutal. The dependency is fine, I guess. If it was more open to people, like you have all of these posts on Reddit and everywhere else. It's like hey, private indexers and private this and private that, and it causes problems for like the actual people that are just sitting there spam refreshing or trying to buy currency, because it's impossible to buy currency nowadays, because everybody's trying to flip and everybody's price fixing and shit like that. Oh, we're just talking about public third-party tools?
No, any of them.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. Oh, I was just reading chat.
Just ignore them.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just like, but, I mean, yeah. So it's just like it's like a band-aid right now, and hopefully they'll solve it, 3.0 or whatever. But I think it's becoming, it's like the desync issue, right? Like we had so much desync, everybody's complaining about desync, and then boom, all of a sudden we didn't have desync, and now everybody's leaping on the board of, well, we need better trade, we need cross instance trading and shit like that. So the dependency is a little odd. But there's games. I mean, Diablo 2 had a lot of dependency on third-party sites and stuff like that, and it was pretty successful.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, like a lot of people were saying, like the private indexers were like 3 minutes faster, and you're gonna get no chance in hell to buy anything that's like listed super cheap or stupid or whatever. But from what I'm gathering, that's only the case when it's like brand new, start of the league. There's like 150,000 people playing, and like PoE trade's overwhelmed. And then yes, the private indexers will be faster because they don't have to compete with the 150,000 people or however many thousands of people are posting shit to PoE trade. The private indexers, you know, they have less load, so they're faster, sure. But from what I'm gathering now, it's like within seconds of each other. So like, who gives a shit? Like
Yeah, I mean,
we all
as
know at
soon
this
as-
point, like when you have an item up, if you get spammed for it, most likely you price the item too low.
which is a problem, right? I mean, like
Yes,
then you
it
have
is really
people not
stupid.
sell- yeah,
Right.
then you have people not selling the item, and then they post it for higher, and then everybody spam whispers again. They post it for higher, and then they don't sell it ever.
Yep.
And it just sits there because it's too high.
Yep.
And so like, it's kind of an issue. Like, you know, I go to buy an item or something, and it's like posted 4 minutes ago, and I'm like, well, shit, you know, like somebody's probably already flipped this. And it's
Well,
like,
it kind of ruins, like, okay, so say I'm not trying to flip items. Say I'm like looking for I have a jewel that has the 4 properties that I want. I have a whoop up for that, so that whenever that jewel comes on the market, I can buy it. I'm not trying to flip the market. I'm not trying to make a profit. I want that jewel, that specific jewel. So when it comes up, I want to whisper the guy and say, "Hey, you've got the jewel I want. Let me buy it." The guy, like, if you
Give
whisper
it
him,
to me
you have a feeling like if you whisper him too quickly, he might think you're trying to flip it. And it's just like, no, I just want to fucking buy your item. I just need it. Like, it has nothing to do with
honestly.
making money. I just want to buy your item. You have it listed for 10k.
Yeah.
Sell it to me for 10.
yeah, like just sell it to me, please. But you know, if you fuck up your currency ratio, like, well, I mean, that's your fault, not mine. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like there is a difference. Like there was a streamer that had listed something for a price. He got whispered within like, I don't know, we'll say a couple minutes of it being up there, and he's like, "Oh, I think I might have priced it a little too low," and he priced it higher. I thought that was shady as fuck. I'm like, you went this. It wasn't even just like he found the item, he put it in his stash tab, he listed it for a price out of his mind. He went to PoE Trade, looked up the item, put in the stats. He knows how to use PoE Trade. He listed the item for what he thought the item was worth. He got a whisper for it, and then he denied that person and said, "Oh, I might have underpriced it."
Yep. Yeah, if you get.
I thought that was shady as fuck in that
Okay.
situation. But there's another situation which I do understand. Say you list an item, you don't play for a couple days, you come back, Mathel makes a build, that 1 chaos item is now 50 chaos. That makes sense to go, I had no fucking clue it spiked that much. That's a different story in my mind. But,
Yeah,
you know.
I mean that's like the situation that the auction house won't solve, right? 'Cause,
Right.
like, people are going to be making builds, and the economy changes literally within the hour. And so, if people buying and reposting would happen way faster, and inflation would just be shit. Like, we're already at what, 87 or 90 chaos for an X in the softcore trading right now. Or
88
softcore
right now,
challenge.
roughly.
Yeah, 88.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's because
That's the most
there's no
I've seen.
chaos sync. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's just like
From what I was seeing, somebody was saying in standard it's like
Yes.
100.
it's ridiculous.
It's 99 chaos to Exile in standard right now. Because they don't have leak
Jesus.
stones and they don't have Zana mods, from what I
They don't
gathered.
have Zana either. Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck? They can put spiders on every map? Oh fuck yeah, 6
Woo!
chaos!
Wow, that's
Nah, dude, you gotta throw them
so
extra
bad.
rogue exiles on there. The anarchy triple.
Fucking
You
Christ.
can get like 28 on a map.
Now you said buying currency is AIDS and you can't do it. What I've actually found is you don't need to go out and buy currency. You
Oh, I
create
mean,
buy orders and people will
yeah.
just come to you. I fucking love buy orders. Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
so good. You can get things for cheaper. Don't ever go to fucking buy currency ever. Don't ever say I have exalts. I want to buy cash. Because watch, I'll show you something. In Legacy, watch this. This is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, you're just gonna get a shitty ratio.
88 cast to an exalt. If I want to use my exalt to go buy 88 cast, that might be what I get now. But if I say I have chaos and I want to go buy exalt, hey, look, it's actually, well, this guy's probably Scamarino. Actually, this example isn't actually correct. Let me.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be like
that
88
apparent.
both
Yeah, it
ways.
was actually the same. It's not supposed to be. We'll do. It's not for anything. Okay, we'll do. I have alterations. I want to buy chaos. Okay, so right now it's 10 to 1, so it's 1 to 145. But if you say I have chaos and I want to go buy alterations, you do the reverse. It's 10 to 150. So there's a disparity. Obviously, currency flippers, they need to buy low, sell high. So if you just put your ratio at the competitive ratio, it's gonna be cheaper than you just going to buy it yourself. So
Yeah,
like
I
I just have like buy orders up like all the time. Like I just have
yeah, that's helpful.
like I just have like buy orders. Like I'll take all your splinters of toll for 20 chaos or 1 to 20 chaos. Like I'll put the ratios. Like if I don't need them, I'll put the ratios like higher, and I still get fucking people messaging me. I've had orbs of transmutation 5 to 450 chaos, which is like 70 to 1, and like the going rate's like 40 to 1, and I get people messaging me. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's not gonna happen
Sure, I'll
anymore,
buy
'cause
them.
Now I'm gonna do that.
Sure, I'll buy them. That's fine.
Just gotta post them one splinter less.
Yeah, like pretty much.
Or
You either
one
match it
more,
or
I
you
guess.
you go underneath.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it's just like sometimes you just want chaos now, you know?
That is
And
true. You do have to wait. So it's
buy
one of those
orders
things
are
where you have to
pain in the
maybe
ass.
plan ahead. Transmutation market ruined. Oh no.
Yeah. I also like flipping currency. Like I used to do that. I haven't done it this year, this league. But you know, auction
Yeah.
houses make flipping super easy.
Yeah, we did get a little off topic. I'm sorry, I ranted a little bit.
No,
But yeah,
it's all good.
as far as like
Something about
third-party
private
programs,
tools,
yeah, about third-party programs. Do you think that if these tools were in game, it would fix the dependency, or do you think it's better to have it outside of the game?
I mean, I don't think it would fix anything, right? Like, if PoE trade was in game, like, what's the difference? I mean, some guy named XYZ isn't earning money from ads. Like, that's the difference, right?
Well, I think it's more regulated by GGG. Like they would have the right and say over. They could essentially
have the
start.
same problems though.
I think
Yeah,
they would
I mean,
have
it's
they
just
would
like,
have
who do they
permission to start
ban?
banning people. Yeah. They could ban people that are known price flippers. They could be reported for whatever. XYZ doesn't give a fuck if you're a flipper. He doesn't care if you're price fixing.
That's not so true. I mean, he cares. if
Where
you
can
get
I
scammed.
report? When I
You
search, I can't report
well, you just have to
anyone.
like, you know, just like.
Do I have to
post
email him?
request.
Like, fuck this guy. This
Yeah.
guy's price fixing. No, there should be a button that says report this douchebag for listing 15 items of the same item for 10 chaos when they're really 20. And then when you whisper him, he just says price fixing as a reply.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so like, take it from his standpoint. He's just a dude, right, sitting behind his monitor, programming away.
Well,
He's
right,
not
right. I'm not blaming it on him.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
I'm not blaming it on him. I'm saying if GGG had it as their own in-game tool, it would be up to them to have a team to support their tool. They're depending on programmers like yourself and like XYZ and like the people that are making these websites. They're depending on other people. That's not the best when you have an integrity of your own game to I don't know. You shouldn't need 5 different websites to play a game. Like how are people going to do it on Xbox? The fuck, you gonna have a laptop to the left of you? And hold on, I'll whisper you on my Xbox controller. Hold on a second, let me type out this fucking message. His name's gonna be like this big.
I think they already
They have a
kinda
different
covered
trading
that,
system,
though.
right?
Yeah, it's gonna be different. It's
Yeah,
gonna
they have
be
like a storefront or something. They have to look through all that shit.
you go through and you look through a list of everything that people are selling for that item or whatever, and it's like you can't sort like price wise.
Yeah, it's like I want an amulet with like life or something on it, and then it shows you all of the amulets posted.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, so it'd be like looking through XYZ without like number filtering, or PoE trade without number filters. Like, it'd just be shit. And you have to hover over every item because it doesn't give you a list, you know, shit like that. So it'll be fun.
So they're gonna have to have a laptop next to them, huh?
Yeah, I mean, more or less. Like, somebody will just make a trade tool that's better at that point. I mean, people will just do the old forums method, right? You just post your shit on the forums and call it good. Well, I don't know if Xbox will be there. I mean, it depends how they do things.
There's a lot of things I see in Xbox that I'm hoping will carry over because of the limitations of a controller. I'm hoping it will make the PC version easier. And I'm not talking about like playstyle. I'm talking about like looting. Like I can't expect people on an Xbox to have to loot each individual scroll of wisdom and transmutation and augmentation and everything else, it's got to be like Diablo system, like where like you pick up all currency within a range. Like that sounds like a brilliant system that should just be in the game in general.
Yeah, but then that devalues some of the lower currency even more, right? Like if you're auto picking up all of the wisdom scrolls in an area, you're picking up like triple the wisdom scrolls you used to. You know,
I don't want to have to fucking whisper somebody for scrolls of wisdom.
Vendor your transmutes, bro.
I do. That's why I have buy orders up for transmutation orbs. Because they're so fucking cheap. I'd rather get 4 trans for one, or 4 scrolls for 1 trans, and just buy 450 trans for 5 chaos. It's just way easier than picking up scrolls or trans.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you gotta.
So those they're already devalued, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
You use a portal gem, so you don't have to use portal scrolls.
I was talking to my roommate about like a vacuum. He's like, "Why the hell isn't there a vacuum?" Like, I don't want to sit here and click on all this shit, so he doesn't.
Or
he just like leaves them there.
You have your pet that don't do anything. They can pick up the shit for you.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Your pet. You mean your bitch boy?
Yeah.
Then you can call it a bitch boy if you want.
Yeah. Why don't you just have people loot the map for you, bro? Come on.
People, I've seen it.
No,
I've seen people follow. I've seen streamers.
Too, yeah.
Streamers have people follow them in breaches and just like loot everything.
No, I mean I didn't do that. Like we used to run like triple beyond or some shit, and then you go back through and everybody loots everything and hope for the best. You just put it on free for all. God, it's awful.
All right, let's.
So, Zach, I think that should lead us into our community questions, pretty much.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna type in chat here. Just some community questions going.
You guys mind if I step out for a second?
Go for it.
Cool.
No. Gather some
questions. If I can fucking type.
I sent you a really good one from Vok. I thought it was really good. All these shekels. They're like schmeckles.
All right, let me move this arrow down here. Wee.
Already, yeah, that one. Fuck.
What?
That was the one I was talking about.
I mean, like,
posted that question.
Yeah, that question's
That's what I was
fine.
saying. So, how about them apples? Does anybody have anything they would like to add?
Hey, sorry about that.
All right, so our first
It's all
question
good.
that will I don't really know. I don't really understand the question. I don't think you would be the person to ask this.
Okay, so Emmitt, what are your top 5 moments of hysteria / drama that have appeared on the PoE Reddit over the years that you've been modding?
Top 5? Oh,
That's
god.
I was
Can
gonna
do,
say
like,
that question's so loaded. Just do the top.
one? Yeah.
You can do top 2 to make it a little interesting.
Drama or like hysteria?
Yeah, drama,
whatever.
hysteria. I mean, like people freaking the fuck out. We already know, like we already know the top 2. We've had them literally in the past month.
Like, just something just huge. Like
so,
the 3.0 release.
Yeah, like all the Project PT shit's really annoying. That happens all the time. But I think like hysteria or like I'm just gonna go with like top funny moment is the Bex post where it just said yes, and it's just the fucking stairs leading down to the beach. I mean, I don't that was like my favorite.
That was
probably
pretty
moment.
good.
I died. But
They're
I mean, as
not
for
even
drama,
that fast.
like,
They're not even that much faster.
yeah. I mean,
Because
but as for
they
drama,
make you like go up and around. It should just be a straight shot, but they still make you go around to go to the
Yeah.
stairwell. It should
Yeah,
just
it's
be a
funny.
fucking straight shot down. They just had to fucking add a curve.
But I mean, yeah, just, like drama doesn't really happen much, right? Like, not big.
Sorry.
Like it doesn't get super.
It does
big.
it?
Well, I mean,
Just-
sure, it
I'm
does.
just kidding.
Yeah, it gets big, but it's not like the scale of
What is one of the
I mean,
most?
like Silk's ass. Like
You're-
that's hilarious.
Your answer to that loaded question was you
Yeah,
should
just not to answer it.
no, you should have just mentioned anything that Zvok has posted on Reddit.
Oh god.
I was gonna say, what's your most
'Cause
active
that's who was asking that question.
moderator? Yeah, Gentry's Vok, by the way. Just so you know.
Anything that you've posted, Zvok, has been the top 5
Oh my
controversial.
I don't think so. No, I think the GGG releasing the Xbox release, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
that's probably like in the last probably year or so. That was probably like the top shittiest moment of like Reddit's life.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's like, oh, you ruined my game or whatever. It's like, shut up. Like,
I know, right?
you like nobody knows what goes on behind the scenes, right? Like,
That's why you're
So-
here, man.
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not. So yeah, I mean, the Xbox release was probably the most controversial, but well, yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that as my top. Is like the Xbox release, definitely, at least in the last year or more, probably. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
okay, so I can understand this post that you have like up on the stream.
Yeah,
What
so
was-
the question was, could you ask Emmitt if this is intentional? So I don't really know if you're the best person. He's not a GGG dev, he's a Reddit dev. There's a difference, but essentially maybe you might know the history of, I don't know if there's a Vol invasion prophecy in Lunar's temple, and the walls become mirrors that show the world from the moon's point of view inside a moon-themed temple. Like, I don't know. I didn't know this happened. It's interesting, but I don't. Do you know anything about it?
I mean, I'm not like associated with GGG at
Yeah,
all, so
right.
no. I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably just the prophecy.
I just had it up
Like-
because I was just trying to look at it like out of curiosity. I don't really like I mean I can oh god. I can
Yeah,
try
I
to
mean, I
zoom way
looked
to
at it a
fuck
little
in.
bit, and I wasn't really sure what was happening.
Oh, okay. So like when you zoom in,
Stuff.
it's like a grade-ish. You're seeing what from the Earth from the Moon's perspective. Yeah, so
This
you're
is
seeing
just
you're
straight
seeing like
Easter egg.
the round Earth from the Moon's perspective. It's essentially, I guess, I don't know. You can kind of see like this is like the horizon of or like of where it curves, and this is like the space, and this is the Earth itself. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Oh
know. I
god.
have no idea.
Great question.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that at all. Like, it's a thing.
I like this question. Do you think that GGG should use Reddit when announcing ban waves? Or any announcements for that fact around that area?
Man, ban waves really. Blizzard and Riot seem to be successful when they announce ban waves.
Yeah, but do they announce it on their
GGG
Reddit?
has done it in the past. No, I mean they announce it on the official forums. I mean Reddit is an official channel, but it's not like that's not something like a text post should be written up. It should be like that should be an official forum post that's linked on Reddit, not written up on Reddit and posted on Reddit. That
Yeah.
seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah, do you think that they like obviously you don't like that. So essentially what you're saying, you don't like that they have it feels like I've tried to go to their forums first for like developmental news, patch notes and stuff like that, but I find Reddit gets that shit first.
Yeah,
Before their own
Reddit's
website.
Really fast. Like that's the point of Reddit, right? Is like to get community stuff really fast.
Right.
And like I have something that emails me every time a news post is posted, or like if patch notes are posted, I get an email.
Okay.
So like people that are posting it to Reddit probably have those same things set up, right? Like they're getting all of the text posts.
About Labyrinth every day?
No.
What? Sign up, bro.
PoE laboratories.
Self promotion.
I'm just kidding. I don't
Yeah,
have that.
no. And there's things like the GGG tracker, and they have like an RSS feed.
Don't
RSS
tell
feed.
people that. That's how we
What?
get all of our news. Shh.
Oh, the GGG tracker.
Yeah, don't tell
Whoops.
people that. Shh.
Yeah, that's how Paleo gets his news for Po News.
That we don't do, but we
That
should.
we don't do.
We have a really
Hey.
juicy episode to talk, but like we'll do that tomorrow, all right?
No, we gotta play.
We'll do it
Let's
tomorrow.
do it.
No, we don't. The longer. Okay. Anyways, all right. So should GGG announce that people get unbanned for things?
I mean, so I guess I didn't really answer the question. I think so for ban
This
waves and stuff,
motherfucker.
I think they could announce it. I mean, it doesn't hurt or help us when they announce that stuff. Like we don't gain anything from it.
Um,
Just like, hey, shit ton of the currency just got dumped out of the league. Have fun, guys.
yeah, I
I mean, it's
mean,
kind
when
of the
it when it
information we get, right?
when it compromises your gameplay in a way, I could understand them like releasing it, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it could be it could
did they
be
list the people
beneficial,
that
I
got banned
guess.
or no? I think they
Chris
just gave a
said like
number,
20
right?
something
They list
accounts were
people.
banned.
Right.
I
And
mean, I
if
think he just did that because out of frustration. To
Right.
be fair,
it's kind of interesting when you
But-
go to the top 10 of softcore and hardcore of the top 10 of the leaderboards. There are people that are banned. I wonder how they got there.
yeah.
And people were saying like, should those people be removed from the top 10? Yes, because they
I mean,
they cheated to
should
get
just
there.
If they got banned for whatever reason and whatever, if you get
Well-
banned, your account probably should just get taken off the leaderboard.
Right, because if you're at number 11 and you didn't cheat to get there, and number 10 gets banned, you should be number 10 because that fucker cheated. Get them out. Get the scum off the board, man. Like, get out of here. Oh, as a side note, we talked the last episode, and I think one of the other episodes prior to this, about the prophecy trick on how to know if it, like, to guarantee the proc inside of a map, a specific map, like you pull the map out before it activates. That is a bannable offense. Do not do it. I'll throw that out there.
Okay.
Little
yeah,
PSA.
Don't do that shit.
It's been around for months. That's the only reason I didn't think it was bannable.
Yeah,
it's been around for like
it's been around
since
prophecy.
December. Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous that it's still around. So I was
Yeah.
thinking, I'm like, if it's been around this long, like it's probably fine. And then I kept telling people to go check the bug form post, make sure it's legal. I never said to go do it. I just said
Yeah.
how to do it and that it may be bannable, but it's 100% bannable.
Hey, Emmett, I have a question.
Yeah.
The chat demands to know if you are single.
I am not.
No one asked that
Oh.
about Mosey.
married.
I mean, but they asked him to like stand up and do a turn.
That
I'm not
was
gonna
my
stand up
friend,
and do the
though.
turn. Dude, what if I'm naked?
Not
don't-
you.
Come on, man.
But you're
Oh,
married.
Mosey. They had asked Mosey
So
to do
that,
that.
that answers that.
Oh,
You're
he's got a
married,
wedding ring.
done.
Look at that. So he's
Yeah.
married.
Oh, wow.
God, if you guys
Yeah.
paid attention, his
God,
his
I'm-
hand's been
and
on the
how old are
stream
you,
multiple
22?
times. 22
Yeah,
and married. Wow,
22.
that actually I didn't even think about
Damn.
that. Yeah, that's right. Wow.
Must have fallen in love early.
Yeah, a little young. Yeah, we've been together for like 8 years or 7 years or something.
Sorry, Janessa.
Sometime. Was somebody like actually asking? Because that's really weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Stacy's
like, some
Stacy's
random
mother.
dude.
She's got it
I
going
was
on
just
from what
checking.
I've been told.
Oh god.
No, it wasn't Stacy's mom.
Wasn't
was
it? Oh, it was
Janessa.
Janessa.
Stacy's mom.
Janessa.
Yeah,
Janessa.
because I'm pretty sure Janessa said something about like being from where I am or something. I don't know, something.
You got a
Oregon.
stalker.
I think she's from Portland or something.
All right,
Oh,
so this is an interesting question, and you don't really necessarily have to answer it, but it might be interesting. I don't know if it'll bash a certain specific person.
Sure.
Do you get? I don't even know if this happens. Do you get submissions of like developer tools that like people ask you to like review and to see whether it's worth going forward or not for the game for PoE? Like, do people come to you with ideas and say, "Hey, would it be cool?" And then they have like maybe a concept or something they submit to you, or is that not a thing?
Oh, I mean, well, I get skill tree questions a lot. Like, it's like, how do I process this data?
Okay.
What do I do with the data? Things like that. I guess lately people have been like calling me to action to I guess review tools that seem shady, like the PoE macro or PoE. There was one that was posted on Reddit. It was like a new trade macro.
It's amazing.
something.
The trade tool?
Yeah.
The trade helper?
I think so.
It's amazing.
There's a new one. I don't know. It's like a Java applet.
Well, it's like a
Some
little
ass-
like window that pops up, and he redid the UI, and the UI looks amazing. And then
Yeah,
like
Kiwi
Ziggy
trade
Ziggy
macro.
was using something else. I think it was called. I forgot what it was called. It starts with an M.
Ah, Mercury trade.
Mercury.
That's right.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
Mercury.
garbage compared to Trade Helper. Trade Helper looks really good. Well, the
Yeah,
video.
so
the, hold
Mercury
on.
trade was posted.
Let me
I looked
read. Unless he was changed. All I know is that the PoE Trade Helper looks really good. Mercury Trade. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
PoE
bash it
Trade
because I saw a Reddit post about it, and it looked.
No, I mean, but so like Mercury trade, I looked through that code and make sure it was okay. I mean, people, I don't like to do that, but I mean,
It
people
looks
like
so
me
bad
to
compared
do that.
to PoE trade. All right, so I'm sorry, but I have to do this because I don't like Mercury trade. The way it looks, like this is fucking YouTube video, please. Can this? What if I do this? All right, so down to the bottom half of the screen, you've got this little menu that comes up that has like these like quick options. This is completely legit. Like Ziggy D uses this specific one, and this thing, you know, it looks very basic and it's fine. If this was like the first iteration, I'd be like, cool. But like Trade Helper, oh my god, PoE Trade Helper looks so good. I mean, this is just a UI thing, but like.
Yeah, so I mean, I reviewed this program and made sure like it was fine, like it wasn't doing anything shady. There were like a couple of things like it had like auto flask and stuff, but it wasn't actually like the code wasn't reachable, so that, you know, they removed that code and stuff like that. You know,
I don't know why, but to me this just looks better, right? Like this is what I use. I use PoE Trade Helper. I've got it up on the screen now.
Okay.
Yeah, right. You see it?
Yeah.
It looks so much better. I love the way. I mean, just aesthetically, it's got the same kind of features. You can like edit all the options or whatever. I don't know. I don't mean to trash Mercury trade. I don't really mean to. I love developers that make the tools. That was not the intention. The intention was I didn't like the UI. For me, the UI is aesthetically pleasing. It looks nice. The other one is just new maybe and needs help. Somebody help this guy. Functionality is probably great. From what I understand, it does track his trade logs. Well, that could be pretty good.
Yeah, it tracks like
messages. I'll at least like for bashing him. I'll at least post the link in the log. So like, there you go. You guys can use that.
All right. Do we have any other questions?
There's probably a few somewhere.
And then
almost that time, Mr. Paleo.
This is what I use personally. I like PoE Trade Helper, and this was out from what I understand prior. This was out in October 2016. This has been out for so long. I had no fucking clue. I mean, I know he just did an overhaul on the UI. The UI used to look different. It didn't used to look this good. So like this is the UI right now, but it didn't used to look like that. It looked worse, but the newer version's much better. Of course, he removed the old ones, unfortunately. Oh well. But either way, I don't know. All the tools is great. Calva. No, I didn't really understand it. Like I looked at the GIF, it didn't GIF.
I'm just not gify enough.
It didn't like. I don't know why it's not loading now. Load. There, yeah. I don't know what this is. Indiana Jones?
There's a good question. What software do I use while playing PoE?
Yeah.
Hey. PoE Ninja, PoE Trade, Acquisition if I have to like search standard for shit. Oh man. Path of Building, PoE Skill Tree, and I think
so you actually use Path of Building then?
Yeah, I mean it does things that mine doesn't do, right? Like
it's really good.
It does gear stuff and the node calculation shit. Like,
so you admit it. You like it better. I'm
just I didn't say that.
Whoa.
No, I mean it's a good piece of software. It's a little hard to get used to.
Yes.
That's the one thing I found.
But, the learning curve is much more like this is just like the skill tree that they have on. It looks very similar. They probably used your code they used the open source code. But then then they also have like skills that you can put into it, and then items you can put into it, and like creating the items is a bit interesting, and then calculators and like all the different options you can click on and click off, and it's way
like a cool
more
thing
in depth
with the tree where you can like show what nodes would be best for your build. So
that's pretty huge. Like if I want Iron Grip on my Molten Striker, it says that it'll give me an average of a total DPS increase of 5,369. That's something that would be great to have in PoE skill tree. Like
so there's actually I don't remember where the option is, but you can actually like it does like an overlay, and it blacks out all of the nodes that don't even like come close to affecting your main skill, and it'll like highlight them in red if it's gonna give you like the most DPS and shit like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't remember where it's at, but so that's one thing I use it for. Like if I after I plan my tree, it's like, well, I hit 91. What the hell's next? Like
Right.
what are my last 7 points or whatever?
Yeah, I guess it allows you to focus really on what points you should grab. Let's sprinkler builds, ladies and gentlemen. And 30 strength gives you 4600 DPS. Anyways, it's such a cool weapon. But yeah, I guess that'll wrap up our episode. So like I said, I've got these two. These are the 2 forum posts and GitHub posts that Emmitt's got that he wanted me to. I want to make sure to sell out for them or for him. And these will be posted in the YouTube video below. Next week we have a pretty cool episode. I was gonna do it in the beginning, but I figured it's an outro thing. We have Moors and Noogie from Coffee Talk, and we're gonna be doing like a collab podcast. So we're gonna be doing a podcast. It's gonna be on Monday at the same time, and it's gonna have two-man podcasts as one. And we're gonna be getting together sometime this week and kind of fleshing out the details of what the topics are gonna be about. And we're going to be calling it Po Coffee, pending approval of Noogie and Moors, because we can't necessarily. We'll see if they think that's okay. Like, we'll call that specific episode Po Coffee. But yeah, so thanks guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, Polab's channel, YouTube, and visit Emmitt's skill tree planner. Use that. The MTX Finder, amazing. Definitely use that. I use it a lot. I use the skill tree planner a lot as well. It's both great tools. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.